Chillos, welcome back, people. It's the Critic Corp. I am Toke, and this is my anime corner. I'm here to give you guys that little spiel on fucking Spy Family, uh, fucking episode 2, season 2. uh, this one was just a little like fun, giggly type of deal, side mission type of deal. It wasn't nothing too extravagant about this episode. It was more just for shits and giggles. They actually had they were so short that they it was gonna be so short that they had to put two missions in one. You know, two episodes in one. So it was still one whole episode, just to make it one whole episode, but it was, two different little stories in one within one. First one was fucking about Bond, the goddamn dog of the family, of the Foragers family. And like I said, his power, or his little special thing about him is he can predict the future. And this episode was about him predicted how he was gonna live, how he was gonna survive. This man literally went into a whole survivor mode of possibilities of different possibilities of his outcome of him, living to see the next day. Cause he didn't wanna eat fucking yours meat or whatever she was gonna cook for him, type of deal. And yours a fucking terrible cook. She's a terrible cook. They established that the first season. And Anya was busy with homework, so he was like either just gonna die of boredom or starvation, fucking around, staying there at the crib. So he and they ran out of his regular food, so she was about to cook him up some shit, that they had at the crib type of deal, just to scavenge for the night. Cause Lloyd was on business. He was on a business call. That boy was on a mission. Um but he wasn't gonna be home till late type of deal, so he wasn't gonna be able to stop at the store and grab, some actual food for Bond. So Bond takes it upon himself to Houdini up out of the situation that he's in and go help fucking Lloyd with his mission. So he can get home sooner or earlier and be able to make him some food, some edible food. And this then Lloyd, his little mission he was on was just dropped on him type of deal. They always dropping some mission on him. They never give him a heads up in advance type of deal, or like at least give him a little time to like plan out and prepare. Like it literally just drops on him type of deal. And they want him to do it right then and there, which is given by a person that is in that occupation of field occupation. You're a fucking, what's the name, bro? You're a goddamn spy, so you better be ready for that shit. But yeah. So he goes and helps him. He's trying to infiltrate on this little lab, uh, and steal their fucking truth serum, uh, that they're developing and shit. The lab's called Born Industries. Fucking was it Jer Jerulimus? Yeah. No, Guru Limas. Yeah, Guru Limas. That's what the industry is called. Sorry, it fucked me up right there for a minute. But yeah, Bond, ends up showing up to the scene. Now, like I said, given that Lloyd didn't, have time to do his homework on the fucking place, he's like, iffy on how to go about getting in, without, being seen, being on some stealthy shit. Bond, I guess, was the lab that he's infiltrating was where Bond was fucking where Bond came from, because Bond's a test subject as well from them. That's how he developed that, can develop that little power to see fucking the future and shit. They was testing animals in their lab, and that's where he you know that's where he started out at, pretty much, type of deal. So he knew his way around. So he took. I'm sorry, guys. So he took he took Twilight, he took Lloyd through the little secret ways, Houdini'd up in there without causing a scene. But then it still ended up having to cause a scene because they couldn't get in the goddamn this locker that held all the serum. So they and Bond ended up fucking what's her name and uh for seeing some of the lab workers come back and catch them in the act. So he fucking, was on top of it and got Lloyd's attention and made him see that, trouble was upon them and they needed to hide, type of deal. And the funniest way how they got these niggas to open the locker was had me dead, bro. How they opened the locker and got the serum. Lloyd puts a fucking note attached above the locker saying, I stole all you guys' serum. P.S. Twilight, or I think he just put like TP or something like that, TF, some shit like that. But so they open it instantly, all in a panic, and they Bond and Lloyd come out of nowhere, jumping out the skirts of the fucking, walls and shit, and beat the brakes off their asses, take the syrup, and fucking mission complete. It's a success. Fucking Lloyd gets his serum that he came to, retrieve, and Bond gets to fucking eat a good meal. A good, nice meal, and live to see the next day. That shit had me so dead, bro. He, like, flew the fuck out of there once he seen Lior going in the kitchen and turned her back. He ran out the door and everything. This nigga opened the door and everything and got the fuck on. He came across a food truck too, but he thought about it. He was like, that's when his powers kicked there. He was like, if he would have came back with some food, she would have been even more mad. And then, if he would have denied her food in front of her, it would have been changed. She might would have went like berserk mode and killed this ass. She's an assassin, given she's an assassin and shit. It was just funny as hell, bro. This episode was very comical. But then you got the next little intermission of an episode with fucking Damien, the little kid that goes to school with Anya, that Lloyd is really trying to get close to for his father and shit. Um, you know, that's the main priority mission of this whole thing that started the whole little family. But yeah, they just took a little, took a little break from the Forger family and showed somebody else's life from another perspective of Damien. He was he was putting too much you know, what's the word? Like, just he's putting too much work. He's putting too much work, hard work in, and not a lot of play. Yes, it's you're supposed to work harder than you play, but at the same time, you put too much strain on yourself. At the end of the day, you're gonna burn out, and then some things are not gonna be, you know, done to your best, fullest potential and whatnot. So sometimes you need to kick back and lay back, and that's what this episode was pretty about. Was him, because he wanted his whole class or whatever, and at the school were going on a field trip, and he decided to stay back and work harder and study more to obtain some more Stellas and fucking make his father proud of him, and just like be that hard working person that really doesn't get to enjoy life like that. Just because the image he wants to obtain through his father's approval. And it was like, you know, this episode they really showed that, sometimes you need that little breather in your life. And that's what happened. He ends up because his two little buddies, and they follow him everywhere he goes and shit. Like they follow his lead. They're just some true followers. They end up staying behind too and doing what he does, and then then he ends up kind of like getting sidetracked and playing a little bit with them, or just getting lost in the days. You know, uh, Given that they fucking get a punishment of a field trip, field research trip with this dude named Mr. Green, and you know they gotta go pretty much and do some research on the woods and the lake and all type of shit and write a report on it. That was their little punishment for lollygagging from their first punishment. Because initially, Damien got punished. That was a punishment he had got, staying back while everybody went on the field trip. But he did it purposely so he can just study more and work harder to obtain some more Stellas and whatnot. This man was hanging up clothes and all, folding clothes, all type of dumb shit. But yeah, Mr. Green teaches them a little bit of survival skills on top of the enjoying life a little bit and laying back, relaxing, and actually taking a breather from life for a little minute. So that's what these two little episodes were about. Pretty much survival and a little bit of humor and whatnot. So there you have it, guys. Fucking leave some comments, like and subscribe, support the motherfucking corp. I shall be back with some Halloween series for the rest of this weekend. So tune in for that. And as I always say, toodles.